G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's Midnight Toy Review. But first off, I'm going to be pretty much speaking up this earlier. Of course, yes, remember I spoke about the Singaporean Airlines flight that was actually heading towards Heathrow. And yes, well, actually from Heathrow to Singapore. And obviously, I've just went over some very cryptic comments about this tragedy that I've actually been hearing about in the news, and it's actually making me feeling rather emotional. To think of a time like this, it really has made me feel like I'm not the only one who has actually felt in such difficulty, and so far, so much of such that this May, as I can really say this, has been far by one of the most adversive times for me, but also the world. I mean, I can really think back to several world events, but hey, I can really think back of just how saddening to talk about the 73-year-old Brit who just sadly passed away on that flight. And you know what? It's given me absolute goosebumps, but in a very scary way. Okay, so enough talk being said, let's move on to something a lot much more joyful now, as we'll be taking out some Flip That Origami British Wildlife Collection toys. Yay, but only just one. Okay? And I also really want to mention that I was going to say that I am pretty much going to take a break on doing toy reviews today, but I've decided no, because it's midnight, so why the hell not? Let's do it. Okay, yes, this is the Flip That Origami British Wildlife Collection, £38. Considering it's been a complete nightmare of expensive toy products. The Flip That Origami British Wildlife Collection, Black-Headed Gull. Oh, pretty boring, eh? Carp Bred Fishy Feeding Frenzy Luring Site 12-pack. It's quite a long title name, considering that it's often very much synonymous with Flip Flap's packaging, is that they often tend to have a lot of words that are designed after like a Scrabble crossword type design. The back of the packaging looks like that. Whoa! That is quite a very abstract looking fish or carp. I mean, look at that. I don't think I remember seeing carp with a giant, big gaping mouth head like that. That's just very much more like a bird than or a dinosaur, or even like a very strange prehistoric fish than a carp. But then I might be totally wrong. We've got the cranky and angry looking black-headed gull adult just squabbling with some juveniles, which you might have probably seen them in previous videos on one. And there's the bread. Looks quite good. Anyways, let me just go ahead and unpack this. And of course, yes, I am actually going to straightforward take a break on doing toy reviews on Thursday and Friday, but I need to double check, because I'm sort of thinking maybe, just maybe, I can just say to myself, hey, maybe it's best for me to stop making videos for the time being in order to reflect on my health and stuff. And also the flight in which, you know, Singapore Airlines has actually flown to, from Heathrow to Bangkok. London Heathrow, that is, of course. Okay, we've got 4 adult black-headed gulls. They're all in this summer plumage, but noticing there's actually quite a bit of sloppiness going on here. I can see a bit of underspraying or overspraying here. It's not really the best. The feathers and the wingtips, they are quite good, although they're not perfect. But for me, the paint job on the head is not as crisp and tidy as what you might actually think. But of course, yes, we've got the names for the birds, but they just say black-headed gull, even though they are summer plumage birds. Yep, going by the looks of it. This one here is fairly much by far the cleanest, as I'm just handling this bird here, although there's a bit of mess right here and right over at the top. But nevertheless, I think it's still looking good. Let me take a look at the next one here, which I believe is quite fairly much pretty bad. There's not much going on with the white forward-facing C-shaped ring, which is like only broken on the front. There's a lot of overspraying here, which is not really great. Sorry, looks like this guy is trying to fight over this one here that I'm handling. Noticing there's a bit more overspraying on this side here, and also this side here, it's even more worse. And also the wing detailing, it's not really great. when somehow you've got like a seagull that has got like very weird overspraying on the paint job, but nevertheless, why the hell not? And in fact, it's actually very similar to this product here. I've already done a video of in a previous video, I think, which is the Big Fish Frenzy 12 pack. Pretty boring name. We've also got this species. Well, they're literally the same species, of course. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting, but once again, more overspraying, which is not really great. I think I've already had a look at this one here. Let's take a look at the last one before we move on into the juveniles. Strangely enough, it looks good. I don't know how much I could really say. Oh, there's a bit of overspraying on the neck, which really isn't good. But nevertheless, it is straightforward design after what it actually is meant to be like. Quite good in the way it's being designed. Nice looking bird. Nice looking black-headed gull adult summer plumage birds. Let's take a look at the juveniles. The juveniles in this set are actually quite very good in rendition, and of course they are very similar to what I've did previously, somehow, in terms of design. Although there's a bit of overspray, there's a little bit of a black speck which shouldn't be there, probably because of the fact that I was just brushing it. But nevertheless, it does resemble what it's meant to be like. It's quite a nice bird. It's got like a black tail end because they are pretty much at their juvenile stage. Looks quite good, and there's the black tip on the beak. What's actually missing on the adult black-headed gulls, if I look at all of them, one thing you may have noticed is that they don't have the red eye ring right over the forward-facing C-shaped white eye ring, which really doesn't seem to help. It's quite weird. It's only got like one eye ring, which is quite interesting to know. There's the other one here too. Okay, it's quite good somehow in detailing and design. Bit of overspray, there's a bit of nasty smudging going on here with grey on it, but it looks overall clean except for a little tiny black speck on the bird and a bit of a faint band right over at the tail height. But it looks good. Looks good in its ways. And then we've got this one here, which the head's a little bit sloppy. But nevertheless, it looks sort of kind of, really, really good. It's very similar to what I've done, but one thing I may have noticed, again, it's very similar to... Yeah, but is it very similar? I can't really quite recall, hey? I can't remember if it's the same model. Noticing this one here has got like a black speck that shouldn't be there. And then we've also got these two. We've also got like faint browns on the wings as well too. It's like it's verging in towards a brownish greyish colour. Mind you, I don't know how much I could really say here, eh? But these toys look fairly nice. And then we've got some bread, which looks like they've got a bit of sweet corn in it. Sweet corn spread, but that's actually butter. Okay, pretty bland. Almost looks more like a freaking pillow than or maybe like a bloody whoopee cushion than like a piece of flipping bread. Without swearing here on YouTube, being very careful as I'm doing so. And last but not least, we've got some carp, nice looking fish. Okay, they look fairly nice in terms of colours. Pretty bland. We've got like the bold looking faces in terms of how big the lines are. Fairly nice, not too bad. Yeah, what else do you want in life? What more do you want other than just black-headed gulls? Absolutely common little blighters. Absolutely common. I tell you what, anyways, I think that's about it in this toy review. Without talking about just all of that drama that has recently been happening so far. I mean, thanks to Thailand, the land of smile, for helping out that disaster. Helping out a very straightforward, nasty and gnarly egg disaster. But anyways, I should probably end this video here before I start to bring in more trouble. But I should definitely take a break around tomorrow night, which will be Thursday and Friday. I'm not sure about Wednesday. Maybe I might as well just stop making videos. I think. But maybe that's about it. So, if you really enjoyed this pretty short and sharp toy review, please give this video a like, subscribe for more fun videos in the future. Dislikes going to the incident about the Singaporean Airlines flight from Heathrow to Singapore, but relocated to Bangkok because of that incident thingy bob, because of turbulence. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Goodbye for now, and hopefully you don't look at the news just as I do. Bye for now.